All right, so we're going to make an origami crane. As you can see, I have a piece of paper that's white on one side with a pattern on the other side. We're going to start with the pattern side up and on the table like a diamond rather than a square in front of us. I'm going to start by picking up the bottom point, matching it with the top point, and making a crease. I'm going to fold this in half, matching the bottom points, and make a crease. I'll open this back up and flip it so that the pattern side is down now. And now, so it's like a square in front of me, I'm going to bring up the bottom edge and match it to the top edge and make a crease. I'm going to fold it in half, side to side, matching the edges, and make a crease. I fold this, undo this completely, fold this open completely with the white side up and like a diamond in front of me. I'm going to pick up the top point and bring it toward the bottom, while at the same time bringing in the side points. I already have those creases made, so that should be relatively simple. It will want to fold this way. The outside corners are coming towards the center, while the top is folding flat down. So all of those points should meet at the bottom point. The ones from the sides, as well as the top, they all meet there at the bottom. Then go ahead and make a nice firm crease down both top edges. Now with the opening still at the bottom, pointing down, we're going to fold the top triangular flaps into the center, like this. There's a center line here, a crease. I'm going to fold that in, line up the outside edge with the center crease, make a crease on the outside. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side here. Make a crease, and actually open those up again. So I'm going to undo what I just did. I have those creases. I'm going to go ahead and fold the top point of the model downwards, and you know where to stop because you have these creases that you just made here. I'm going to fold this down to those creases, make a crease across the top. I'm actually going to go ahead and unfold that. Now I'm going to lift up the top layer of paper. As you can see, I still have the other layers on the inside and the one on the bottom. I'm just lifting up the top. As I do that, I'm going to push in those sides as I did before, like this. I'm going to leave that crease there. I'm going to use it right now. So as those come in, I can flatten it down on the sides, using the creases I made earlier. So to lay down nice and flat, I'm going to go ahead and find those creases I made before. There it is. Go ahead and flatten that down, both sides. So it should look like this. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to repeat the steps that I just did. So I'm going to lift up that top layer, find that crease that I made, because that's where it's going to stop. Push in the sides. Yep. I'll go ahead and flatten those down. I'm going to fold the top flaps into the center, lining up this edge with the center line. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. I grab that outside edge and line it up with the middle. Make a crease. Do the same thing on the other side. Lining it up in the middle, making a crease on that outside edge. Now I have kind of like legs here at the bottom, and there are 2 layers, sorry, just not 2 layers, just one on each side. I'm going to go ahead and fold these legs up. This edge is going to be parallel with that fold that's just above it. I'm going to push that down nice and firmly and make a crease. There's a lot of layers there, so I'm going to push it down well and do the same thing on the other side. Having this edge be parallel to this edge, like this. Make a crease. I'm going to bring them back down. And then with the one on the right side, if you pick up the top layer, you can notice that there's another layer underneath. We're actually going to put this leg inside of this flap. It's called an inside reverse fold. So it's just being tucked right inside of that crease, right inside of that fold. I'm going to push that down, crease right here that I have now. And then I'm going to do an inside reverse fold again. And this is actually making the head of the crane. Just being folded down, and then a little crease being made on the inside like this, and there's the crane's head. Also going to tuck up this side like this, and this is making the tail. Reinforce that crease. Pull the tail down where I want it. Really, I can put it anywhere I'd like. I'm going to go ahead and fold the wings down, and you see these points right here. That will be where my fold goes on both sides. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on this side. And at the bottom of your crane, you'll notice that there's a space right here. If you blow in air into that space, you can kind of make it puff out, which is unnecessary. You can also just kind of tug on it a little bit to make it a shape that you like. And there's your finished origami crane.